Welcome back to the Wave Podcast. My name is Omar Muhammad, helping you improve and progress in business and in life. The Wave Women Veteran Entrepreneurs Podcast is brought to you by Truist Bank. We want to thank them for their generous support for the activities that we have at the center. It's housed at Morgan State University, the Entrepreneurial Development and Assistance Center. We call it EDAC for short. So we have a number of activities that we do. Of course, we do this wonderful roundtable discussion. We also do a boot camp. So we have a entrepreneurship 4-week boot camp for those individuals who are looking to get certified. We also have specialized webinars. We do a newsletter with powerful, impactful information and events that are coming up. And of course, we have access to capital. So those individuals who are looking for $15,000 or more, we have resources there available for you. So my role is the facilitator, or really just the host, not the facilitator. I'm gonna pass it over to the facilitator, and we're gonna have this roundtable discussion. You've been here, you've seen us before. So today we're going to focus on certification. And in the studio, we have Danielle Davis, Vanessa Naol. Help me out, Vanessa. Noel. I had that right the first time when I did it by myself, but anyway, Noel. And thank you for your service. You were Navy vet. Mm-hmm. And we also have Rosalind Robinson Ambrose, and she is a Army vet. So thank you both for your service. All right, you all know how this goes. I'm gonna disappear. I'll see you in a little bit. Enjoy the conversation.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Yes, thank you so much. I am Danielle Davis. I am Maryland's first veteran-owned small business compliance manager for the VSBE program under the Governor's Office of Small Minority and Women Business Affairs. So today's conversation is about certification. So I'm so happy to be here to talk about the 3 certification programs that our office oversees. We have 70 plus agencies that make up the procuring or the buying of services and products for the state of Maryland. And so the 3 certification programs that our office oversees is the MBE program, the Minority Business Enterprise program, the Small Business Reserve program, or the SBR program, and then my program, the VSBE program, the Veteran-Owned Small Business Enterprise program. And so we can talk a little bit about for our veterans, since we are talking about veterans. It's November, and we're honoring our veteran businesses specifically. We have a very easy 3-step process in order to get certified in the VSBE program. And the other programs are also somewhat similar in terms of a application process for all 3. And it's a free certification. And this is for individuals that have businesses that are interested in doing Maryland state contracting. So that's very important for us to talk about today. But we don't limit it to Maryland businesses. We know we're in the DMV area, and as long as the businesses are able to do the scope of the work, whether it be Delaware, Pennsylvania, Virginia, DC, I have other businesses up and down the East Coast in our database. So if you're able to do the scope of the work, then these certifications are tools in your tool belt to help you, guide you for the set-asides on solicitations that the state of Maryland has put in place. So just to reiterate, the VSBE program is a free application, a free certification. It's a 3-step process of registration, of a veteran verification, and the VSBE application side. So ladies, how have these verifications, do you have these certifications, and how have they benefited you and your business?
Vanessa, did you want to go ahead and go first?
Oh, no, it's okay. You can go ahead. I'll go after you.
Okay, well, Danielle, thank you so much for the question. And again, my name is Rosalind Robinson Ambrose. My company name is LSI 3 Properties LLC, and I'm based in Owings Mills, Maryland. We are a janitorial service, and so we do, in fact, service Central Maryland, as well as parts of DC as well. And to answer your question, it's been interesting. Yes, I do have all of the 3 certifications. I have been an MBE now since 2009. And I have also been state certified as a veteran-owned small business since right around that same time frame as well. And I, in addition to that, have the federal level service disabled veteran-owned business certification that used to be the CVE, but now falls under SBA. And I did, in fact, self-certify with the SBR. So that one is extremely easy to go into EMMA and to go through that process of getting that done.
And EMMA stands for our Maryland Marketplace Advantage, which is the online portal for all our Maryland state solicitations and contracts over $15,000 that even our procurement officers use in our 70 plus agencies that make up the state of Maryland. So EMMA is, it's emma.maryland.gov if you're interested in registering and completing both the SBR and the VSBE applications, and databases are held in EMMA. And fun fact, Miss Rosalind, you were one of the people I contacted when we had a subcontractor, when the gas prices went very high. We had a subcontractor bail out of a contract, and they needed other vendors to contact to do the scope of the work. And you were one of our vendors that I recommended, and then you end up getting the contract. So I just—
And I thank you for that.
Yes, it's just so great to meet you virtually. I don't believe that I've actually, I just wanted to say thank you for being so attentive to those responses, because it happens. And
Yes.
we paid out over $31 million in fiscal year 21 to just veteran-owned small businesses. So this is taxpayers' dollars. There's money out here to be spent and awarded to our veteran-owned small businesses. So just a little plug there. I was just so happy to actually meet you.
Good to finally meet you in person or virtually as well. So thank you so much.
Yes. Vanessa, how is your business going with your certifications?
So my name's Vanessa Kadiri, and I'm playing 2 roles today. On the business side, I'm the owner of Cleanliness Services LLC. It is a janitorial service solution provider registered in the state of Maryland. I have my MBE, my DBE, my SBE, my VBE. And I actually thought the affidavit certification was relatively simple. Step by step, I followed it, and I was able to get approved, in my opinion, a relatively short amount of time, which was, I think it was 6 to 8 weeks. I got certified in 2019, and the only challenge that I have is renewing the certifications, and I'm generally able to call to get the assistance I need for the renewal process. As far as how it's worked out for me, on the business side, I actually received a call from a contracting officer during COVID, and I'll never forget this because the statement went verbatim: "Your hard work has paid off." And I was able to perform that emergency contract for Maryland State Department of Veteran Affairs at Garrison Forest Cemetery. And I've been invited for the recompete. I don't win it, but I get invited for the recompete. So I find that the process is extremely easy in Maryland. I've had no problems with applying or winning the awards or responding to the solicitation on eMaryland Marketplace. I think it's very user-friendly, with the exception of the challenge of recertifying. That has to be explained. Beyond that, I think it's great. And the second role that I play is I work for the District of Columbia Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. We have them, 99 of them, strategically located throughout the United States to assist small businesses with government contracting. So I won't talk too much about that unless you want to ask me questions about that, or unless you want me to discuss it. But to answer your question directly, I think I've touched on it, and that's how I think it's a great system. I think it's very user-friendly. I think the affidavit certification is like king, because it's a one-stop shop to me.
It really is. All right, so you touched on just a little bit about the recertification process. So all three of our programs, MBE, SBR, and VSBE, are an annual renewal process. So the bulk of the tasks is getting into the program. And once you get into the program, it is a more simpler process to complete the renewal. I know for VSBE and SBR, since those are in Emma and everything is digitalized and online, it is really just re-upping and doing a new online application. MBE is a little bit different because that database is held under the Maryland Department of Transportation. And so that is a little bit different in terms of even getting into the MBE program takes over 3 months. So I do want to let our listeners know, that it is a bit of a climb. But they do have workshops, they do have assistance. So no matter what, our office has managers that cover all three programs. And if you do need assistance, we can always help you or point you in the right direction. Now, on to PTAC.
Oh, okay, one quick caveat.
Yes.
If you don't mind, Danielle, I'm so happy that you did mention about the length of time for the MBE, because that is definitely probably, and it is the longest time to get certified. However, it does, as we know, pay off. And if there's anything that I can suggest to anyone who is contemplating or in the process of putting their MBE documents together, is number one, definitely print out the checklist sheet. And the first plan of attack is to get your financials together, whatever they look like. If you have a CPA or an accountant or whoever it is that does your taxes, I would suggest letting them take a look at the forms and maybe even asking them for their assistance to do that financial part, because if you're a small business who's really trying to get started, I can only speak for myself. I'm not in all of those lanes. I don't have all of that experience to know coming out the gate those items that I need. So if I do have someone who is doing my taxes, or someone who is very well versed in that, I'm suggesting, as a thought, definitely get the financials out of the way, because truly they're the bulk, I think, of the MBE piece as far as forms. The other forms, especially if you're just starting in business and you don't have a lot of past performance or anything of that nature, it's a matter of a statement or something of that nature to let them know, hey, I'm a brand new business, and so I don't have a past performance. And I tell you, the coordinators and the team that comes out to do your interview, they are phenomenal. So I'm suggesting definitely get those financial pages out of the way. The rest of it is going to be pretty simple.
And I know we're using a lot of acronyms because that's how military also trained us too. So you will hear us use a lot of acronyms, and it can be overwhelming if you're not familiar with state contracting and certifications and in this space. So if you definitely don't know what we're talking about, Google it, or we have this information on our websites. And we would also be more than happy, to help with questions and with Morgan State, if they end up needing any additional information, we can provide that as well. So Vanessa, you talked about PTAC, and a lot of people do not know what PTAC does. So if you could reiterate what PTAC stands for, what they do, just a brief overview, because I run into so many business owners that don't know that there is assistance out here and resources out here in so many different ways. Small business development centers, PTAC, we have the Mid-Atlantic veteran-owned business outreach centers. We have SBA, the Small Business Administration. So there are so many resources around this veteran community to help you at any stage of your business. So Vanessa, could you talk about PTAC?
Yes. Sure. So it stands for Procurement Technical Assistance Center. And in 1986, Congress actually enacted our program to assist small businesses with economic growth and development. In a nutshell, that is our lane. And so we pride ourselves in saying we're the bridge between the buyer and the supplier. So we know what the buyer needs and we know the needs of the supplier. So we foster that relationship to have the contracting process to be a lot more seamless and less challenging if you were to go it alone. As I stated before, we're about 96 to 99 or so PTAC strategically located throughout the United States. The website is APTAC, Alpha, Papa, Tango, Alpha, Charlie-US.org. You pick your state, you hit the drop down, and it will give you the names of all the staffers within this specific PTAC. Some of us are government employees, as I work for DC government, and some are research driven, meaning they're at educational centers or at SBDCs. I don't think too many of them are the Small Business Development Center, which is SBDC, or SCORE. SCORE is the Service Corps of Retired Executives. They're there to assist as well. So we're located at nonprofits. That's what I'm trying to think. We're located at nonprofits, universities, or government agencies. And so the counseling that we provide is always at no cost to our businesses. We're not allowed to charge because our goal is to assist with economic growth and development of our small businesses. However, the training at government agencies are always at no cost. At the research center, sometimes it comes at very low cost, but as much as possible, we try to do it at no cost. So our businesses could learn, they can be educated, they can position and posture themselves to win government opportunities. In a nutshell, that's what we do. I can talk about our program. Our trainings are at no cost. Our workshops are at no cost. We actually are very aggressive in relationship building so that we can help position our businesses. We do 80% of our time is spent in market research, identifying opportunities that we can send out to our client base so that they can have access to opportunities that they ordinarily would not have. For the most part, we pay into, or some may charge very nominal fee for a bid matching service that can increase your solicitation opportunities from 6 to max 12 from systems that we pay into to help our small businesses. So our objective, again, is just to assist our small businesses with whatever they need. We hold your hand and help you as you need us to help. We're a resource for you.
Thank you so much. I know definitely it's been a lifesaver for most, or if not all, my veteran-owned small business, my VSBEs in my database. I'm always pointing them to SBDC and PTACs. So Rosalind, how have these certifications specifically helped you, and resources that have helped you that you could also recommend to others?
Well, these three certifications have really done a great job in regards to putting me out there, maybe ahead of other individuals who may not have that opportunity to have those certifications. Without a doubt, it has allowed me to go to many conferences, specifically dealing with veteran-owned businesses and those who are already doing business with the federal government as well as state government. And I have truly found that I am getting more traction from getting leads because individual clients or businesses specifically are looking for veteran-owned small businesses because that's a requirement for many of the different contracts at the federal level, at the state level. There are goals that many of these individual prime contractors have to meet. And they can't meet that unless they are specifically dealing either with a woman-owned business or a veteran-owned business. And so it's been very helpful, and I'm very grateful that I put the work in, and I also, because I do have a P-TECH counselor, as well as I've gone through SCORE, as well as SBDC as well. And they have all been so valuable to me with sort of helping me to stay on track. But without a doubt, those certifications really do put you a little bit head and shoulders above others who do not have those certifications. And so when it comes to your marketing and things of that nature, it's nothing wrong with dropping that a little bit, although that's not the reason why you want to try and put that out there to get a position, because there's many other companies that are also veteran owned.
Yes,
so you
the
definitely,
competition is real.
the competition is extremely real. And so you really do have to put your best forward with all the other areas of your business that make you more viable a candidate. So, but the certifications definitely got me known, as well as you well know, Miss Danielle. If I would not have known about that opportunity had I not been on the list.
Yeah.
So
and the
helps.
databases are public. So that's also another thing for both primes and subs, even no matter where you are and how much of experience you have access to these tools that are free, that are public. So yes, just as much as I could search, businesses, or a prime can search other businesses, you guys can team up together. We have networking events. We do so much in terms of training and education, and really, just like I said, building this community, because it really does take a village sometimes for us to uplift each other. And these public databases are so important, just because the more diverse and the more numbers that we have in these databases for certified vendors, it just is going to, competition is good in this arena. And it also allows multiple contracts that multiple people are looking to say, hey, oh, we have all of these vendors certified in this particular area. Oh, well, here are some of our top, construction and IT and engineering. And it also helps with the demographics of where we are having contracts, where we seeing contracts in the different across the state of Maryland. So, and then the needs of what we have. Vanessa, is there anything else that you as a business owner yourself have would like to recommend, or how the certifications has helped you?
Yeah, most definitely. I think one of the important things that I found is keeping my capability statement relevant, up to date, including all my past performance on it, making sure my website is up to date, making sure my contact information is a phone number that I answer and an email that I read and review, and keeping the certifications up to date. I mean, they're great opportunities for Small Business Reserve. Unlike some of the other states that I've seen, I think it's an amazing program. I talk about it all the time because it's just something that you wouldn't have access to, because we know this is so competitive. You've got your big dogs out there that really know how to bark, and then you have the puppies just getting started and very intimidated by contracting as a whole. So keeping the certifications up to date, keeping your website website up to date, keeping your capability statement current, and networking that I found is really key to help me. And I'm hoping to do more in the state of Maryland as I'm growing. So I'm just looking forward to working with the state of Maryland. And I met you at a project opportunity event. Yeah, in Maryland. But now I know who you are. I didn't know who you were at the time.
Yes, and shout out to Joe Giordano with Project Opportunity. He involves our office in everything that he does in terms of being such an advocate for our veteran-owned businesses. So yes, as we every semester he has a 8 to 10 week program, and it also includes veteran spouses now too. So they're not just active duty, not just veteran, but veteran spouses that are trying to open a business. So there are so many different ways to be successful in this arena. And certifications are just a tool in your tool belt, but we want to also make sure you have all of the training, education, resources. And this is a great one itself. And I'm gonna toot our own horn because I am on the advisory board for Morgan's WVE initiative, and we are doing some amazing things. We have a conference coming up next year. Yeah, so Omar, do you want to talk a little bit about what else we're doing?
Yep, absolutely. So thank you for that. So we do have, individuals that are not affiliated with the university that really they know this landscape better than we do. So, we appreciate you, Danielle, for being on that. And yeah, this conference is coming up. We're looking forward to this. It'll be virtual like it was this year. However, we have some additional resources, from this podcast that we're doing, the boot camp, an opportunity for women who are either in the military, who are veterans, or individuals that are looking for government contracting. We're looking to connect those individuals. I forgot to mention one thing, which we actually already are doing that. It's called Room to Grow initiative. So we have 10 women that are part of that initiative. So we're really excited about, supporting women-owned businesses. We just added veteran. Well, we just didn't add that. We've been doing veteran before that. So I just want to, make sure that we continue to do that. All right. So before we wrap up, any final thoughts, and then if you can give out your contact information. So we'll start with you, Danielle, Vanessa, and Rosalind.
Sure. I just want everyone to know of the great work that we are doing with under the Governor's Office of Small Minority and Women Business Affairs. Once again, we have those 3 certification programs: the Minority Business Enterprise, the Small Business Reserve, and my program, the Veteran-Owned Small Business Enterprise. And all 3, we need you in the database. So if you are not certified in our programs, get certified. There is lots of work and money to be done here in the state of Maryland. Absolutely. And my contact information is my first name, Danielle, DANIELLE, .Davis, DAVIS, the number 2 at marylandspelledout.gov.
All right. Appreciate that. All right, Vanessa, you up.
Yes. So my contact information is my first name, and it's spelled VE, Echo, VENESSA .KAD, like Delta, IRI at dc.gov. And I also have my business, but if you want to reach out to me for either one, you can reach me at the dc.gov, and the phone number is 202-727-5241.
All right, good deal. And Rosalind.
Yes, if anyone's wanted to get additional or had questions in regards to certifications, I'll be more than happy to speak to you about my experiences and maybe some best practices. I can be reached on my email of L like in Lima, S like in Sam, I like in ice, the number 3, properties, plural, wave@gmail.com. And my business number is 800-301-9657. And if I don't pick up right away, please leave me a message. I'll be more than happy to get back to you. But email is probably the fastest way to get my attention. So please feel free to reach out.
All right, ladies, this was great. The information, you shared something about, somebody said accounting, get your accountant involved. And make sure you have a capability statement. So
Absolutely.
And keep it updated. So I appreciate the conversation and look forward to hearing how other people heard your great information as well. But thank you for your time and your commitment to women veteran entrepreneurs.
Thank you very much, Omar. We appreciate you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for the opportunity.
No worries. All right. To find more information about the WAVE Women Veteran Entrepreneurship Program at Morgan State, you can visit us at www. I don't know why I keep saying www. You could just say edacmorgan.com. That's edacmorgan.com. All information is there, and you'll be able to find all great resources related to helping you in your entrepreneurial journey. Until we meet again, continue to improve and progress. Peace.